encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The afternoon conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out. I know of no safe depository of the ultimate powers of society but the people themselves. And if we think them not enlightened enough to exercise their control with a wholesome direction, the remedy is not to take it from them, but to inform their direction by education. Join Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live for the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We provide you a platform for open dialogue and intellectual exchange. We encourage listeners to think critically, challenge their perspectives, and explore different viewpoints on various subjects by fostering a respectful and inclusive environment. The afternoon conversation on Love FM 105.1 and Love TV Live from Monday through Friday, 2 to 3:30 p.m. Don't miss out.
Yes, indeed. It's good to be here on the lovely, lovely Tuesday afternoon. It's kind of cool out there. The weather is very friendly. But it's quite interesting that we're not talking politics, but rather looking through the microscope of humanity and one person who have gravitated in that direction and is doing extremely well. I'm very, very, very thrilled with his movement as it relates to reaching out to his peers and even beyond. A couple of weeks, months, we've seen a lot of tremendous work being done by this young man. He's not even looking in the direction to say, hey, politics, I must get a political office before I do what I find myself doing. But he's doing it out of humanity. And he's one person I always love to hear him say, we rise by working hard and smart, staying true and passionate. And that's what he's doing. Make sure to remain passionate. He's one person I've known for a decade now. When he started the music game, the likes of Quincy B and the likes of other guys, Christoph, and you just name it. So he's no other than, he's widely known as Baba Too Sweet. We were asking why we added the Baba there and all those stuff like that. But he's the CEO, the youngest CEO of Migas Group of Company and the Morning Empire, one of the empires now that is trading and making airwaves. And there's something very big in store coming from the empire. But I'm thrilled this afternoon to have him in the studio. Too Sweet, how you doing, my man?
Bro, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. It's an eye-opening moment to catch up with you in the studio. You know, and I think you set me up because you didn't reveal yourself until the last minute.
That's why sometimes it's good that you do it that way.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
saying it's in a stage managed, nothing like being stage managed. And this is a brother,
uh,
and I'm one person who love to actually get involved with what I see in a positive direction via of politics.
yeah, yeah,
And you one person who have gravitated in that form and manner, reaching out to the needy, reaching out to our brothers who are the less fortunate, our motorcyclists, tricyclists,
yeah.
and there are a lot of things that you single-handedly doing as a young man, for which we cannot let just go unnoticed. So we thought otherwise to have you here on the program. So how is your empire and that of your Mika group of company?
Well, okay. Well, that's magic anyway.
Oh,
So
okay,
magic,
magic.
yeah, magic group of companies.
Okay,
The Money Empire is actually doing. We're doing what we know how to do best. It's built around entertainment and also, being a foot soldier of entertainment. I have first-hand experience of what my colleagues are going through. So we decided to set up the Money Empire to inspire other, investors into the entertainment sector and to practically tell them what or show them what we're about and what we need. Because people who come into entertainment, they don't know how to invest, they don't know what the artists actually or truly need, and the kinds of publicity they expect. So Money Empire is created, in a form to set the stage and the standard for how investors should be treating our artists back home here.
Okay, the
Yeah,
Money Empire.
yeah,
So we got a couple of weeks
yeah,
to the event. You care to trade us through how the process ongoing? I see the sales of tickets,
yeah, of course.
preparation. I see the billboards and all that
Have you
stuff.
gotten your tickets already? You should go get your ticket
Oh
right
yeah, I need to. I definitely need to. We need to be supportive. I'm going to get
now. You definitely gonna get your ticket now.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, so the event is going to be the first of its kind. One may argue that it has happened before, and they will say, oh, Mighty Blow, the legendary Mighty Blow, did some or similarly before. But then Mighty Blow had a lot of corporate support. And this is not the same as that. We, in as much as we commend the legend Mighty Blow for doing whatever he did back then, and we appreciate him, and this is not a divisive, statement or stuff like that. But this is unique. This is the first time a Liberian, is taking the initiative to book that kind of, event center to explore entertainment and risk it all. So preparation for that show are all intact. The stadium is booked for the 26th. We've made our payment. Sound system is top notch. It's going to be an explosive sound that from every corner of the stadium you're going to be hearing the music. The talents are already, we are selective of the kinds of artists that are going to be representing Liberia that day, because you have to know it is a two different kinds of flags that we're flying that day. We're flying the Liberian flag in a different kind of way and the entertainment flag.
Okay.
So it is the independent celebration of Liberia. So this is a transformative action that we are taking. So we are going to want the world to see the Liberian representation, heavy that day. So we're going to be having artists that will come and represent the flag.
Okay.
And then we're going to have the man of the moment, which is Christoph, to just, is going to be doing the icing on the cake. But we have everything else set up, not even on the day, before the day. So there's nothing else planning. All what we're doing is promotion. So if you ask me about that event, I will assure you that from security to food and beverages to seating, it will be one of the most organized event. You will meet tickets. People are buying. One person is buying 300. Another person is buying 50.
So how do one get the tickets?
Yeah, tickets are. We have the floats that is going around because we know most of our fans are lazy fans. They don't want to move from their community to come buy tickets. So we have created a booth in each community. You go to Cardwell, Looking Town, all of these places. You're going to be finding that we have tickets there. You can purchase, and also the trucks are going around selling tickets. So everywhere you need tickets, you just made a call. Sorry, excuse me. You can have somebody go, be there and just sell you the tickets. So you don't have to worry. You can be at your house, then ticket meet you there. In schools, tickets are going there. People are voluntary. They come in. They volunteer. They are like volunteers. They will buy the ticket. They'll come for the ticket to go sell and just bring the money. They don't want anything. You give them something and say no. We just want to ensure that you have a good show.
So
that's
how
what.
much is it sold for?
As low as $300 Liberian.
300.
300 Liberian dollar, so that you can come there, and we just want to. It's not just about money. We don't actually care about the money, but say if we're going to do the show for profits, the kind of investment that I have made towards the show is in 20 or 40 or 50,000 US dollar. I'm not going to get that money back, but that's not my point. My point is I want the world to know that we're serious about entertainment and we want to change the narrative. That's all. It's not just about money. People are just fixated about money. But we want to signal to the world that Liberians, we do have talent. And if they're choosing artists like from Nigeria, South Africa, Ghana, Liberia is supposed to be considered among those artists that they will use to take, to the international stage because we matter, and that's what the show is about.
And this is so deep. It's deep for me because when I see, looking way back, seeing who Too Sweet, uh, the path he took, reaching out, making sure to expand and bring a flavor to the music industry when it was nowhere. Yourself as an engineer, you
Yeah.
once took the stage. I can remember on the old
Yeah.
road.
Yeah.
Yeah. So reaching all into the
Yeah,
trenches,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
making Liberian music. Now, my question here is, I don't know if that question have been asked to you, why you chose Krista.
Well, first, it is not just why Christoph. Why not Christoph? That's the question first. That would be the proper way to put it. Why not Christoph? Christoph has been through a lot, and I am very close to Christoph. If you look at all of the, I don't want to say the difficulties that are surrounded with Christoph, it should not be happening. He's super talented. He deserves all of these things. I don't want to speak down on my brother like that. I cannot. You know what I mean? That's not
Never,
nice.
never.
Because I wouldn't be doing all of these things if I don't believe in him. You know, he is one person that is very humble. He has supported all of his colleagues. He features everybody. You could call Christoph. If the song is good, Christoph is not going to ask you for money. He's going to sing with you. He's promoted engineers and all that, but all of these negative things keep happening. Like he just keep. See, I don't know how he gets himself into these mixes. But I feel like he deserved this win, and for all what he's been through, Liberians need to support him, and otherwise, maybe these are some of the reason why he gets into some of these things that because we don't support each other. So I do believe that we all need to rally our hands around Christoph and help him the best way we know how to help him. And then maybe this would turn things around. And a lot of young people believe in Christoph.
Mhm.
So a failure for Christoph is a failure for so many other people, you know. So I believe that, the love Christoph is getting is because of his hard work. He's been working extremely hard, and we just doing what we know how to do best. But he deserves everything. If the question is why Christoph, the question should be why not Christoph. Looking at the numbers of years he's been into the entertainment industry, he's done everything, every shows. He's been out for all of his peers, all of his colleagues. I think he deserves this win.
Certainly, he deserved this win. And before you could come in, the song Agazugu, that
Yeah.
song. Sometimes I wonder, I said, where this boy take these wordings from and lyrics? He's just a lyrical giant
Yes, it's
when
true.
it comes to the industry.
Yeah.
Like you said, when Christoph plays a voice in your song, he gave it a new flavor and that level of admiration for Liberian songs.
Yeah.
It just derived from the man Christoph,
Yeah. Yeah.
because back in the days, you go to a party, not much Liberian songs
Yeah.
will be played, but the likes of Christoph, you, Blow, and
Yeah,
other
yeah,
guys,
yeah.
you brought in that energy.
Yeah.
And now we're seeing younger ones also getting through your footstep and doing the Liberian music, going international. It's a proud. I must give you that thumbs up for taking that
But you
initiative.
acting like you didn't play any part. Why you acting like?
But the fact remains, we must be grateful for
Yeah,
you guys
yeah.
who were at the forefront. Yes, if you wouldn't have come up with these kind of nice songs,
Yeah.
I won't sit on the radio to play
No,
them.
but your platform was. You always want to be political about.
So it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
But sweet.
Yeah.
There are a lot of initiatives you are undertaking.
Yeah.
Is there any mind for creating a record label?
Yeah. The Money Empire is actually an entertainment platform that's it's a compound initiative. So we have I have also I have a radio station in the making. So we also have a radio and
Are you
TV.
telling me something?
Yeah, I'm telling you. So I have a radio and a TV station, and in fact, I'm opening a radio and TV station in each county. This is how dangerous it is. I'm sorry to break it to you. And then also
Breaking news. Breaking news. The empire. I've got your microphone. Are you killing me?
No, I'm not.
A single Liberian, not involved with politics, is taking on this initiative to open radio station in all counties, 15 counties.
Yes.
That is so huge.
Yes, I can take you right now. You could start seeing the transmitters are already forming. They're here. They're not even something in the like, I'm deciding. I just want to like invest maybe a million, 1 million, 1.5 million on entertainment the best way I know how. So right now, right here, I could give you someone you could go watch transmitters. So what we're working with the regulatory arm to ensure that we get all of these things, and it's non-political. I don't want political radio.
Mhm.
I want a radio that can inform, educate, and transform youth. That's all. I don't know if maybe in the long run, you guys that you know how to do this political commentary and analyst or whatever you gotta be. If you want to be that in the future, I don't have no desire in doing that, but you know, yeah, you guys can do it. So it is a radio station that I want to open and give it back to young people. And the Money Empire is so big. It's not just small movement, and from entertainment to investment, youth, to empower young people and businesses. We are not selfish. We're not the only one that's supposed to make it. Other people are supposed to make it because you have people that are depending on you. And if it's not me, like the Liberian mentality say it should not be you. But no, we're changing that, and this is not what the young people want. Since I'm young and I know that's not true, I feel like we want to stick together and then transform this country and then take charge of our country. The way the country is being operated and run, we will not disagree with everything, but I want to assure you that we don't agree with everything as well. So things that we can change without condemning government, without, we will do it in our little way to ensure we keep away from these things. And I'm not supporting any form of violence, drug, or anything else. Since I am not one person that smokes or drink or party, I feel like the people that are looking forward to, being a role model to me, will follow suit. So this investment will also create a lot of job. I've done my calculations. I think we could create before the year end, if we given all the license and we need, it will create up to 5 to 700 jobs in only media. Not to talk about people that will be working in various offices, and then you'll be able to decentralize information from Monrovia all the way to all the counties, and everybody, all the kids in Lofa that do not have the opportunity, all the way in the suburb of Monrovia, sorry, of Liberia, would be able to benefit from all this initiative. And I don't want any money. Like, I will not die and take it to God. God does not accept bribe. So every money I look for on earth, I want to give it back to people. Because when I transform a person's life, it makes me extremely happy. Yeah.
I'm so thrilled with the information. Can you imagine?
There you go.
Because the mindset we have in Liberia, especially when you are not in the political space,
Yeah.
there's nothing that you should do or you can do
Yeah.
to transform lives.
Nah,
But
nah.
here you are
Yeah.
in your own little space.
Yeah.
Now, it brings me to the question. A lot of people, what coming for,
Yeah.
kind of, I saw a challenge that you put up
Yeah.
to tell you how I'm following. I put up a challenge
Yeah.
stating that you've been accused of dealing drugs, you've been
Yeah.
accused of all sort of negative
Yeah.
maps and
Yeah.
all the stuff that I
Yeah.
say. If they can come up and prove
One person, not two.
one person,
Yeah,
that
100,000.
proof
Yeah.
you put up, have you received anyone?
Listen, I know myself better than anyone. So most of these people don't know me. So I'm not worried about people that because of most of us. I was saying that to someone at my office earlier. Because we are all so poor. Like, no, I don't want to use poor because we all
Lazy.
no, not lazy, because we all suffer a disease of lack. We lack.
Mhm.
And opportunities and eye-opening positions or situations are not presented to us, so we are blind to reality. In Liberia, if you have money, you are supposed to be investigated, but nobody can investigate poverty, your poverty. So they rather no, serious, bro. It's very serious. People don't investigate your poverty, but they rather investigate.
Your wealth.
Yes, but that's how sad it is. So in fact, when you get money, the reason why they want to investigate you because they want to conclude you're doing something bad. But when you are poor, nobody can investigate that poverty to know why you are poor, so we can transform you to be rich, bro. It's crazy, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
seriously.
yeah, seriously. So and once I buy a car and my friend hasn't got one yet, it makes the person really bitter. And so it's just a cycle of when people try to criticize you, they see themselves in a position as if that is where they're supposed to be, but you're there now, so they're angry that you're there. Like when we're helping Christoph, everybody is saying that you should not don't waste your money behind Christoph. But imagine if Christoph was your brother, somebody that you care about, you love. Would you want us not to help him? The question will be, you will want for us to help him, but because you want to see that person, to prove a point that you are wicked and evil, even they do it without even conscious, like being conscious of it. That's why I don't hang around with a lot of people. I just mind my business and just do what is right. But we need to change this all. We need to give the people something to believe in it. But we as a role model, we're not doing anything. Everybody don't want to be bothered with the harsh reality. They just want to leave it at that. No, we have to change it, and we have to work around it to ensure that we transform the minds of our young people. We still locked in. We are not supposed to be disconnected. What you've done today, without receiving a dollar, set up an interview for this event so that Christoph lives can be better. It is something every DJ, every promoter, every announcer is supposed to replicate, because this will help a person that you know and you care about into a different dimension. And I don't see nothing wrong with it, bro.
There's this generational fight.
Yeah.
There's this generational fight where the elderly see themselves as the only one who should be doing the needful. And you, as a young man, want to play the narrative. Say, look, if an elderly man can do in his capacity,
Yeah.
and I am a young man, I have the ability, I
Yeah.
can step in,
Yeah.
because we refer to ourselves young people as future leaders.
Yes.
So now you are an adult,
Yeah.
a young adult,
Yeah.
and the opportunity is there
Yeah.
for you to make the mark and expand and incorporate other young people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then you sit with that selfish
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
style of life. People look up to you,
Yeah.
but you try to kill that narrative. That's one thing I admired of your movement and the activities that you are now embarking on.
Yeah.
Grace.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, you don't fight grace.
You don't you don't fight it.
You don't fight
You
grace.
cannot.
So all you need to do, whether you are from the old age, the present generation, join the bandwagon,
Yeah.
work alone in whatever way you can work along
Yeah,
with Baba
yeah,
Too Sweet
yeah.
to make this thing work.
Of course.
Because it has to do with humanity.
True.
It has to do with
It ain't
humanity.
got nothing to do with me. The thing about it ain't got nothing to do with me. The whole show has nothing to do with me. First and foremost, when Christoph came to me and asked me, "Oh, big brother, I need your help," I say, "You don't need my help yet. You need to be as low as possible to see all your enemies." He came again and asked. I said, "No, you need to suffer some more." When I looked at him for the last time, I said, "No, I think I need to step in now, or otherwise there will be no other moment to help him." So I told him, I said, "What do you want to do?" He said, "You know what? I just want to, make a little bit of just a show." I said, "Where do you want to do it?" He said, "I want to do it at Vanilla House." I said, "No." He said, "Well, then let's do it at Club Maserati." I said, "No." He said, "Why?" He said, "Well," I said, "I want something big for you." He said, "Well, then let's do it at ATS." I said, "No." I said, "You're going to go to SKD." The thing Christoph told me is that they will not even let you book the stadium. I said, it's okay.
Wow.
So it's
The
good.
mindset.
Yes. I said, they will not even let you book the stadium. I said, it's okay. He said, "Well, then okay, no problem." I said, "I'll get back to you." So I put my team on, and then they went and then they got the booking for SKD, and then they came back. I called him. I said, "Come." I said, "Now you have no fear of booking anymore. We've got the stadium. Look at the stadium." Say, well, chief, it's too big. Oh." I say, it's good. I said, the way I know how to dream is to challenge your dream to be bigger than what your imaginations are. And you should go out all for that. Be that. Never dream small. So get to SKD, let two Liberians come there, but then get SKD. The idea is not to have the whole country come there. The whole country come there, we're working towards that. But the first win is to secure the venue. The second win is for you to appear there with your own show there. Then it breaks the spirit of Liberians, failing or fearing to try. I don't believe in people that are small dreamers. That's the reason why I like people that are very like you. You need to be such a big dreamer that when you tell me about your dream, then I need to go and have a stomach, that I want to go and take a look. But I want your dream to scare me enough that when we talk about plans, we're putting all it's like we're planning to go to war, on it. So that's how you see Christoph. That's Christoph. It was never Christoph ideas to go to SKD. It is my belief that Christoph deserved that, and I know Liberians will go in for that, and I want him to experience the roar of Liberians that day at the stadium, and then let him have a moment of change. At that moment of change, let there be certain realizations, that he will come back and say, yeah, you know what, big brother, I am happy you took the risk with me. And that's what the show is about. And that's what we do.
So let's go on the live feed. There are a lot of comments coming through, and these comments are welcoming. Samuel DJ Legend Car says, whenever Baba Too Sweet is in the building, all is under control. He said, we look forward to July 26th SKD Sports Complex. Rufus M. Kane, my brother, he writes, a very hard-working and friendly gentleman I have known for many years. I salute. And he writes again. Let's go down, down, down. Rufus said, this guy can push. That's my boy. Legend said, this is what we used to hear back then in the vocal booth. Are you ready? Yes.
Are you ready?
So Matthew W. Compton Jr. writes, the Morning Empire boss, Baba Too Sweet, needs love and unity for the industry to win.
Yeah.
Trust me, this is not stop because someone is coming next after Christoph the
Yeah.
Change.
Yeah, definitely.
And he writes again, happy birthday to my brother Abraham Kamara. Enjoy your day, family.
Yeah.
And Rufus writes again, he says, Rufus, Too Sweet got extra creativity, creative energy in his mind, pumping out meaningful ideas that can transform lives positively.
Yeah.
If you lecture with this young man for 30 seconds, 90% of the lecture would be about humility and thinking outside the box.
Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you.
Rufus.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy with the comments.
Yeah, yeah.
But they just lying, don't mind.
Let's see. King May G's. Canton said King May G's. Wiz Z and Gary the blogger.
I think it's tagging people, right?
Yeah.
Tagging people.
And tagging people to come on. So now, with all of these comments coming true, there's a saying that says, give the man his flower while he's alive.
Thank you.
And the mentality most Liberians have here, the man will die well before you start getting all of the praises. But here you are with this point.
Yeah.
You are doing extremely well, making sure you did not sit by and say, oh yeah, that man, when he had the means, he did not utilize the means. Let look at him and let him fall down the drain. There are all the Liberians you are reaching out to. I was kind of thrilled when I saw you reaching out to the motorcyclists.
Yeah, of course. But listen, it's very sad that the regulations that every government has its vision, right? But we've been down there, bro. We've been hustling from day one. When I mean hustle, I mean legally.
Mhm.
And we can connect with the suffering that when some of our brothers go back home to their families, when they open that money that they hustle for the whole day, bro, sometimes it's $5, and kids have to go to school. They have to take care of medication and all that stuff. And like most of these young people, really, 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 they're really looking for a way out. And if you can do anything to put smile on those people's faces, I think you're supposed to do with the full chest. You know what I mean? So I I am not doing any of those things to show off. I do a lot of giving, without putting camera on. And maybe just one occasion you'll see. I never give people food and go. But no, I'm not that kind of guy. But I wanted to inspire love because they were going through a lot. There were just these fracas between the police and then the motorcyclists, and then also this was a very terrible and troubling time for them because some of their motorcycle were they took them away, and most of them up until today, most people cannot there is no account of where the motorcycles are, and they're going through a lot. So right, go calling them out and giving them gas and then jackets, let them stay within the conformity of the law. It's our own way to say, we're together in every struggle, and then we will connect with you, and then we will never leave you. We will always support you. And as we speak, as I'm on live right now, I'm also planning to do one also in Banave and do another one in Kakata, and also some of these other places, just to decentralize some of this love so they can feel connection. It is a small thing, but it's a big thing. It means a lot to them. Trust me, I'm telling you. And they don't forget good. These are hustlers. These people come from their houses. These people, they will never forget the dollar you give them. They will never forget. They're so grateful. Unless the concept of what people have about motorcyclists, there are so many people running that motorcycle there. They really want to get out of that poverty. I swear to God. I don't know how people pin all motorcyclists to be bad or how they are terrible. If you know the life, these people, if you know what they go through, I don't think you will stand a chance to judge any of those people. Bro, some places these people sleep is not by choice. Youth are already in this country. We are all going through. I'm not going to mock anyone because God has smiled on me better than some people. But bro, I'm going to go there if I can pick everybody one by one and transform their life in a very meaningful way. And so I will give motorcycles. I will give them anything I got. I will show love. Real life, they don't even let me pay for motorcycle. No ride, I don't pay. As soon as they see me, everybody want me to get on. You see, that's the kind of thing they show you the grateful. So if you have more, you will give more. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where all of these are coming. I hope the government will balance, to understand that these youth are going through a lot. They need to be doing something, so we can spread the love and motivate them to do even better things, other than motorcycle. You may start at riding motorcycle and end up in a big office. This is the kind of life that we have. So, and I believe in the motorcycle. They first bought their tickets. The day the ticket came out, 700 motorcycles. They form a line to go buy the ticket.
Oh, wow.
Yes, they bought the ticket, bro. I'm telling you, there's no the love that we're receiving from the whole motorcycles, whatever. It's amazing. I don't know how to say it, but I'm overwhelmed by it, and I am planning to do. I'm planning to do more. I'm even planning to buy bikes and give it to some of these people to, just to transform their
To
life.
empower them.
Yeah, yeah, that would be very nice.
So back to the event,
Yeah.
right? There's this rumor that there will be a chapel that will eventually come, and now Christoph will be introduced on the stage from a chapel
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So carry us.
So we
get deeper.
procure a chopper to fly Christoph to the SKD, but Christoph is actually afraid to jump. He's afraid. He's saying that he don't want to do that. But we're still trying to talk to him. But I have an invoice here, and I have also a partial payment receipt for the chopper that will come and bring Christoph on the stage. And I told him it would be nice. That is one of the elements of surprise, but that is not all the surprise. But Christoph is still when I meet him today or tomorrow, maybe he will confirm. But that's something I would love, to share with the Liberian crowd coming there to support that day. I want Christoph to come from the helicopter and come all the way down. But guess what Christoph is saying? Christoph is saying, Christoph is saying, bro,
He has that
when,
fear.
when, when he gets the pilot, can control the helicopter. It's so funny. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to convince him, but he has to be comfortable now. He said he won't do one try. So maybe before the show, he will go up and on Springfield, he will come down one time and try one time. If he can make it, then he can carry it there. So, yeah,
But that's awesome. Well, if you just joined us, this is the afternoon conversation. We're not talking politics. We're talking humanity
yeah,
because
yeah,
humanity pays, regardless of who you are. This country is rich. This country is blessed,
yeah,
and the sons and daughters. All we need is to unite,
yeah,
especially we the young people. Do not be the driving force to violence. Do not be the one to be put at the forefront of violence. Say, oh yes, send the less busy. The other minds is the devil's workshop.
in fact,
So send the less busy, like they're carried and they're going to stay with
yeah,
placards.
yeah,
Go stay with placards. They will demonstrate. And at the end of it, you become the victim. And
Yeah.
you've seen people who have given you the 20,
Yeah.
$10 to go and cause chaos.
yeah,
They are seated in their homes. They book their flights,
yeah, yeah,
they're out of the place, and you left into the trouble.
Yeah.
So we are talking to a young man who have invested a lot and still investing in seeing
Yeah.
the young people have a different narrative on
Yeah.
how they see themselves.
yeah,
If he, as a young man, can do it at this point, in your little weak way, you
Yeah.
can also do it.
yeah.
You can also do something
It's true.
to transform the lives of somebody that is in need,
Yeah.
that you can push to get up there. That prayer mentality, let us leave it. Yeah, in Liberia, the prayer mentality, and especially amongst this generational fight, until the people have infused in the minds of the young people. When you
Yeah.
see a young man doing something,
Yeah.
you must fight him to bring him down.
Yeah, of course.
Come on,
Yeah.
go out the days.
But you didn't even see the situation. Nobody in this country ever told me that I was ever involved in any drug. When nobody told me, that's a lie. But you can see the way, bro. All you have to do is that have total faith in God. Have total faith in God, and try to get small sense of skills. You need it as a man. You know, I've been everywhere. Spent a lot of time in the US. But I'll tell you that in Africa, men are not creatures that people have sympathy for. Men, you don't have sympathy for men because you take up a relationship. The women expect provision in Africa, only in Africa. They will expect you to start to take care of them the same day. In fact, hair, nail, makeup, and everything. So imagine what men will have to go through. You that is across the board right now. What's your budget? You don't even spend enough on yourself.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the money you spend outside, you'll be alarmed when you check it. Brother, it's different. So there's no sympathy for you. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why we must stay together and we must help each other. This show must be a good show. It must be a wonderful show. We must make this show one that will create other opportunities for other Liberians. We must damage that fear, of Liberians taking that kinds of initiative to book such a space for entertainment. We must upgrade the level of experience in entertainment Liberians are used to. We must push them to stadium. We must push them even to bigger venues, because the people they love the music, and the artists are super talented. It's not only Christoph,
Got raw talent in this.
raw talents. That's we want to push the investors. I swear, after Christoph show, another investor will book the stadium for another show, and that's is the kinds of transformation that I'm trying to have an effect on. And we have free buses for the show. Imagine I've provided 12 buses.
Wow.
Yes, 48-seater buses for the show. So you come into the show, the whole day is free. You ride any of the bus free. So there's a lot of things that will be happening there. So it's to let you enjoy your 300, it's minimum was $300 Liberian, that you enjoy that $300 in a very high way. We are not going to allow any cigarette or narcotics in that particular place. We're going to restrict it, to a very decent crowd. We're not going to be having people spoiling our furnitures. No, that's the reason why unlike the security that Liberian National Police may provide, we are having a private security firm that we're paying plenty money to come there and do their stuff. So everybody that is coming there will be safe, will be well seated. You will have a good entertainment. That's what I'm about to say.
So Matthew W. Compton again writes, Ambassador Rufus Divine Cannon, my media idol, and Baba Too Sweet, my life idol. Good to see my idols together. I await a picture of you both together from this event. Okay, we'll
We'll take a picture.
we'll take the picture, bro. So let's open the lines. He has a lot, he's somebody who's very busy. Lots of calls buzzing from his phone, so he needs to go and attend to other issues. We're not going to bore him here. So let's get the lines active. 887 105 105 0778 665 0778 665 or on our extension you can also call us on 0770 566 better still 0887 105 105 0778 665 Let's get to talk to you. You speak to Baba Too Sweet, and let him download some issues that you have that you want to clear out. Roma is spread wild like a wildfire. If you have heard any negative thing or a positive thing, and you want a clarity,
Call me
deal
right
with
now.
the event.
Call me right
Call
now.
right now and ask that question,
I'll do my best to answer.
and he will answer your question. If not, we're not going to bore him here. We're just going to get few things from him and allow him give his parting comments, because he's very, very busy. The founder, he's very busy. So this is the afternoon conversation. Let me see if I can get my man Christoph Somba. Zagazugu.
Akazuku.
Agazugu. What the fuck? You in the music business, right?
Yeah,
What have you sat with Christoph to really quiz him about where he get these lyrics from and other stuff?
Yeah, bro. Music. When music hits you, bro, you don't even know where the words can come from. It's a different kind of artist. His talent is best described by him. We are all actually digesting Christoph.
I'm telling you.
Digesting Christoph. He wakes up and he says Akazugu. I say, okay, well, that's it. I said, what the meaning? The money fini clear. I said, okay. That's okay.
0887 105 105 0778 665 Not to bore you. Is there any other thing that you needed us to touch that we did not touch? So we let you go.
So all I want to tell the fans is that whatever you do, this show is not just about Christoph. This is about entertainment as a whole. So we want to describe the show as the beginning of the new way artists perform, the new way artists are seen, and also to expand their revenue. In them believing that big event hall, a proper show, and well invested show can actually transform the artist. And this is also a CV that other artists around the world will grade your artist by, because when they ask for what kind of artist is this, they're trying to see the kind of crowd that you can command. So Liberians will come out, and I'm calling on all Liberians from all corners of the country to come out and support this show, because we are trying to make a statement, and we want the world to know that we are resolved, the young people, and this show will be nothing but a success. And I bet my life on it is going to be a success.
Wow, he's Baba Too Sweet, of course, the CEO of
Magic
group of companies and the money empire. So let's get our boy Christoph as we part company with the CEO himself. The screen and get tea, but the screen and boy. Christoph, I'm so thrilled with the level through which a friend and brother have reached, and the investment he's making in the youthful population of our country. If all of us can look in this direction, things will be awesome with us, and we take our generation to the next level. That we won't be seen as people who are involved or only should be used for violence. Yes, we shouldn't be seen in that form and manner. If a young Liberian like about Too Sweet can take up his resources, take up his time to invest in other young people, you too can do it. Humanity pays. Humanity pays. Whatever way you can be a help to a young friend, whatever way you can be a help to somebody, do it. Like the Guru book would say, if I can help somebody as I pass this way, let my living be in vain. Whatever way you can be a help to somebody, be a help to them. If it's something that you do not have the resources, but you have the innovation, you have the knowledge, share. If you can take an hour or two of your time to talk to a young man or talk to a young woman for transformation, do it. Humanity pays. Humanity pays. So we want to encourage all of you, wherever you find yourself as a young person, see this as a means of transformation for you. Do not allow a politician to screw you out of your youthful age or your talents by going in the field in the street to demonstrate or because of their political quests. Say the time I'm going to take in to hold placards, the time I'm going to take to demonstrate, I can use that time to build my capacity. Oh yes, I can use that time to build my capacity, to be the better version of myself, to be that next leader that you are. They take their children from here to go study in other countries. You been a battle cry chair saying you are 12 years old. Now some of you, you are 35, 25. You even in your 40s, you still calling yourself youth. What can you show for all those years you served as a battle cry chair or a militant? What can you show positively that you've achieved is a food for thought for all of us. It's a food for thought for you, my brother. It's a food for thought for you, my sister, who see violence as the only means to get yourself to earn something. No. Here you are, this young man He could say, "Oh, come on, man, let me go and live my life, live large in other foreign countries." But he making the investment here. Can you imagine? With what he said in the 15 counties, he looking forward to have a radio station in all of the counties. That's job opportunity, the creation of jobs. He doesn't need to have a political office or office in government before he get to invest in his country. Hmm? Oh yes. Whatever way you can be of help to somebody, get involved. You may not get the direct, benefit like or payback, but it will take a long time. It will take you a long time, a long way, that people will remember the impact you've made in their lives. That's why sometimes I said some of the young people we've grown in the media, we feel proud of them when we see them performing the way they perform. And we frown at them when we see them going astray because they've been swayed by politics and all those things. So we call them to attention. Not that we want to prevail on them or show supremacy. No, we want you to be guided in a positive way, so that you be remembered for the good things and not the bad ones. And in our country, we only remember people for bad things, but the good things, no. That's why Two Sweets said. He said, when the man is going through his poverty, you don't investigate. But when he get wealth, then at the time you want to investigate his wealth. It makes no sense. It makes no sense, my friend. So be a help to a brother who is in need. And you see within yourself, you see that this person really needs this. Get involved. Most of our brothers you see in the street, be that help to somebody. You don't have to give the physical cash when you don't have it, but your little kind word to that person, set that person down, talk to him, talk to her. That's why for every time I seize the opportunity to sit before the microphone, I always caution my young friends. If I can sit here today before microphone and be recognized, you can even do more than what I'm doing in your respective areas. Folks, it's a food for thought. The venture our brother have gotten into, in our respective ways, we can also give him that helping hand by reaching out with the message. Each one bring one. I have the mentality, I have the mind. When a Liberian succeed, all of us, one way or the other, have succeeded, because that brings proud to us. Because Liberia is our common denominator. Regardless of your political affiliation, regardless of your political ideology, Liberia is our common denominator. They call you a Liberian, they call me a Liberian. When we go out there, where are the Liberians? We come in one accord. We are formed in one group. They say, where are the Liberians? You from party B, you from party C, but the name Liberian, we'll find ourselves in one block. Where are the Nigerians? They will find themselves in one block. So that's the sense of reasoning. Regardless of your mixed feelings, if your brother hurts you and you know that something he or she did to you did not go down well, don't sit by and backlash the person or say, oh, and that man and playing evil. No, reach out to him. Sometimes consciously or unconsciously, people do things. Be that open-minded person to reach out. Say, look, bro, with all due respect, what you did to me or what you said to me did not go down well. And you see, oh, I'm sorry. Rub shoulders and move ahead. But you playing evil. Say, that man, they think they did to me. That's why I sat here on Sunday and was cautioning my young friends, my young brothers who got themselves messed up in a fight and have led to a lot of things now. Gary and Tango. When good things are about to happen for people, I don't know how many of you have followed this thing. And Gary himself, he needs to take a sober reflection on his life. Yes, I'm gonna say this and say this for the record. He needs to take a sober reflection on his life. He have struggled along the way. For every time he's approaching a stardom in his life, his face and he encounters a lot that will tint his image. So he needs to be talked to. He needs the time to focus and have a sober reflection. He's one of the young folks that I'm so proud of. With all of the bully and all the kind of stuff, people from way down the line, his persistency and his consistency have paid off today for him. And one thing he shouldn't allow proud to enter him. That's why proud does. As a young man, when you allow proud to enter you, the next thing that your destruction coming. We noticed during the BBL, or what kind of how they call it, reaching a point, there came a scandal about him. That subsided. Now you just had several travels. People recognize your work, teaming up with top-notch comedians and bloggers. Coming back to Liberia, a plus for you, only to have gotten yourself involved into such a thing that doesn't cost. Is that even called for? That's what I always say to us young people. The people we associate ourselves with has greater impact on us in our decision making. Check your cycles. Who are those you have in your cycle? And what are they telling you? And a lot of you young people, you have not grabbed this concept yet. Success attracts a lot of negative vibes. Success attracts a lot of fake people. So at the end of it, if you're not sensitive enough, you get yourself plunged into an unbearable situation. Then the same people who were all there healing you and giving you all the pat on the back will sit by and say, I use a terror man. Even they did not tell you, but they will say, I use a terror man, I use a terror get. But that person had to listen. Now this is where you find yourself. So this should be a lesson. All of you young people, we are in the learning curve. No one is more sophisticated to face life challenges. Even the people who have the PhDs, all of the doctorates and all the kind of stuff, they have their shortcomings in life. But it did not hold them back. They rewrote the errors that they made, they corrected them by doing the right thing. So you as a young man, you as a young woman, take up the time when you fail. Don't remain there. If you remain there, then you are a failure. No one is a failure when you continue to try. You become a failure when you stop trying. All right? Many times we sit here and give our life story. We have not reached there yet. We're still striving to get there. But where we are now, it took us patience. It took us the grace of God. It's still the grace of God. Endurance, consistency, and persistency got us to where we are today. We started on this platform as cadets. Now here we are today, making decisions. So life is not half quick fix. No. They say hurry, boss chasa. That hurry thing. If you have the mentality that you must get it quick, erase it. Erase it. Every time you say that, you must get it fast. And ton of money fast. No. And learn it today. Not everything you go to do for somebody, you must look up to them for pay. We know times are hard. You need to cater to your family. You need to cater to yourself. But some of the good that you do, just do it and walk. Your expectation, hmm, after you have done the work and you leave, come on. What you expected to have received will even be quadruple of what you had in your mind that a person was going to pay you for or pay you with. But every step of the way, you go to do something for somebody that must pay you. No, my friend. Build relationship. I prefer building relationship, and that's relationship have taken some of us to where we are today. Many a times we do pro bono work for people. Then friends, people that are around, associates. Oh, you just say that person got money, you go do pro bono work for them. I beg you, I mean, but I can do it. You say you. But my mentality and my upbringing gave me a different picture and a different school of thought. That everything you got to do, you will demand money. You do it, just work. It will pay off for you. Yes, some of us here today, we are benefiting from the good that our parents did along the way down the line for others. Yeah, our parents, they are no more, but we are reaping the fruit of their labor. So we follow suit. We may directly benefit from what we do, and it may also go over to our children for the good. Oh, yes, your father used to be very submissive. Your father used to be very dedicated, committed and sincere. Oh, my son can't. Oh, and I Rufus son, you can't, my son can't. And that's how people helping our children around here. Hmm? So it's a food for thought for all of us young people. Not all that you do, you must be paid for, and not all that you do, you must get yourself involved into negative things so that you get what you think is best for you. Some of you, you are not prepared yet to receive those things that you have the quest for. Preparation. You listen to the young man. He prepared himself. Where he is today, it did not come overnight. He burned the night candles. He struggled. Many a times words were thrown at his face. There are a lot of things that he went through. He endured the long suffering. But he was persistent and consistent in what he found himself doing. And it has paid off for him. That you are looking at him today. You say, oh yes, you are proud of him. You too can be the person that you want to be. God first, sincerity, your consistency and persistency will pay off for you. The relationship that you build will take you longer than the money that you demand for the service that you render. Hmm? So let us learn this today as a young person. Learn it today. You may think that, oh, I get my own family. I need to take care of myself. I need to look good. But how come you doing it here? Many times, many days, some of us will slept on the floor. Oh, yes, we slept on the floor. All because we had a vision. We had a dream that we want to be amongst those people that will make impact in the society through the media. And here we are today. People are not proud of some of us. If we were so eager for the money, we were so eager and not having patience, people just lash at us, we get angry and we walk out, we wouldn't have come to where we are today. It did not happen overnight. We paid the price. We paid the price. So this generation, oh, everything you do, I beg you, I brought. In the beginning, say, in the little community and thing, beginning oil water, the next thing they want you to pay them. I begin. Sometimes you have the Brabi or have the B6. You walk. That B6 for every time Should go and see something that is, in your range. Should always think about you. There are some people in this town, what their parents did not do for them, the care the parents did not give them, because of their service to humanity, because they are very serviceable and very, very, very much submissive. Some of them, they are not in the country yet. Family traveling, they say, no, they may already part of our family, let's go to. They're buying things for the children, equally they're buying it for you because of the service, your submission. Arrogance cannot maintain you to a better position. When you're arrogant, what it does, it sends out a negative picture. It creates a vacuum for you. Be submissive. We know people can wrong you, but there are ways in which you can express yourself without being disrespectful. This generation, you need to be talked to each time. That's what I found on my media colleagues who take up the time every time to be abusing the leaders and doing orthodox things. Come on. There is life after the microphone. There is life after the microphone. What happens? You are breeding another generation, your children. What will be said about you to your children? So your parents passing around here holding microphone, insulting people around here. Because of your action, your child will feel the reaction. So let us learn these things. Don't be so eager. You see the thing you wanted. That's how jealousy and envy comes in. I always say we have 24 hours in the day. 24 hours. The man who can see, the man who doesn't see, the man who can walk, the man who doesn't walk. All of us, whatever capacity you find yourself, we benefit from the 24 hours. But it is left with you as an individual to utilize your 24 hours. How are you preparing to use your 24 hours? Be that voice and not an echo. Take the lead. That's what I always say to people. I lead and others follow. I'm first among equals. I'm destined for greatness. Words are like seeds, they do grow. The more you say positive things about yourself, it happens because your tongue has power. The Bible says life and death lies in the power of the tongue. So we are grateful to have this conversation with you. And always, whenever we seize the opportunity to sit before the microphone, we share our experiences and give you the word of caution. All right? I want to end up on this note with a voice that says, from the passage of the Bible, Isaiah 60, verse 22, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. Now it is happening for others. It is not yet your time. Wait on your time. Prepare yourself because the future is there for the prepared ones. Don't be so eager because you see them and get it, so you want it. Because they get it, so you want it. Everybody have a season. Everybody have a time. Wait on your time. As you are waiting on your time, prepare yourself. My name is Rufus Divine Cannon. This is how I love to conclude on today's edition of the program, The Afternoon Conversation. We had here in the studio Ella on Babatu Sweet, of course, the CEO of Magic Group of Companies and the Morning Empire. He's been talking to us on the planned activities for the July 26th and other initiatives he's carrying on. So you too, in your little weak way, you can be a blessing to the initiative. You can also expand your hands, stretch forth your hands to helping somebody who needs your help. Don't wait until the person dies before you say you want to be a help to them. No, the day by they can hear, they can see. While the person is still breathing the fresh air of life, you can make an impact in their life and will forever remember you. I always say there are two things in this life you always be remembered for: the problems you create and the problems you solve. And we must take responsibility of two things in our lives: our fortune and that of our misfortune. All right? I lead and other follow. First among equals. Of course, I'm destined for greatness. My name is Rufus Devon Conan. I'm here Tuesdays and Thursdays. Follow the rest of our broadcast and have yourselves a wonderful and God bless day. Bye bye.